new team, new coach, a lot of new players, a new system. The environment is very similar of Solomon Islands. I mean, is OFC, so I know how things work here. But the boys been working hard and it's been okay.
You mentioned Solomon Islands. Of course, you'll be in the same group as them when it kicks off in Fiji next month. How are you feeling about coming up against them so soon after having been their coach?
I don't feel anything, to be honest with you, because I understand football. I am a professional. I get hired to try to make teams competitive, and I am not even thinking about them right now. We have a really difficult match with New Caledonia, which obviously they are the favorites for the match. So the only thing that I have in my mind right now is to have a team ready to compete against New Caledonia. Solomon game is too far away from me right now.
And in terms of getting ready for that first game in the squad, do you have all the players sort of at your disposal that you would like? Is there any concerns around availability or fitness, any injuries?
Well, everybody's been doing okay. No injuries. Actually, we've been taking care of the players really well. We've been trying to get some players that are Australia based to get their passports finished so they can be part of the team because you know that Australia football level is higher than the leagues in the Pacific countries. So we are trying to get the best players possible for the team, but no complaints about injuries, about any kind of problems. We've been lucky with that one, and I hope it keeps going that way.
We've mentioned Solomon Islands, and you said obviously that first game against New Caledonia, you'll have Fiji as well. It seems to be quite a competitive group. It seems to be four teams that there's not a huge amount between them in terms of quality.
I think it's going to be very tough for everybody, to be honest with you. It's a really tough group. In the paper, we are the weakest team in the ranking. The three teams, solo Fiji and New Caledonia, lately they've been doing much better than us, the PNG. So I've been trying to pass that message to the boys that we have to be humble and we are going to have to compete extremely hard because, as you well know, World Cup qualifier matches are completely different ball game than friendly matches and completely different ball game than the league matches. So we're going to have to be really serious, be correct in all the aspects of the game, in defense, offense, in the transitions, keep a good concentration level because New Caledonia is going to be really tough. Fiji is going to be really tough, and Solo is going to be really tough. And like I say in the paper, we are the weakest team. We had the worst ranking, 168, and we need to improve that one.
With the structure of the group, obviously playing just one game next month and then the other two matches in November. In terms of preparation, does that make that easier for you? You've just got one game to try and get the team focused on. As you said, you don't have to worry too much at the moment about those second fixtures in November in Papua New Guinea.
I think that's the same for everyone, to be honest with you, because you can get a lot of feedback from the first game, positive or negative. So you can be learning stuff that you need to improve, which players you need to change. Uh, some coaches don't like the format because they tell me they would like to play home and away. I don't focus into that one. The format is the one that we have. It's the same one for everybody. Focusing in the format, I think, is kind of silly at this moment. But I think it's good for everyone to have one match and then the other two. So Solomon has a new coach as well. I know that New Caledonia, they've been having local problems, so the league is not even going on. So probably Fiji is the team that right now is the most stable because they've been having Coach Sherman for a while. So maybe they have a little bit more of an advantage. But I think it's the same for all of us. We have one match and then we have almost a month to prepare to the second match. So I don't mind the format, to be honest with you. We are all in the same boat here, and I kind of like it for what you say because I can prepare for just one game at the time. No, yes, if we travel and we have to play three games in the same in 2 weeks. So I try to do the best for this game and then get the proper feedback for the next two games.
Those next two games, obviously back in Papua New Guinea. How much of it, from your perspective, is there a much of an advantage there for your players and your team that you'll have those second and third group matches on home soil?
Well, that's a tough question. I will know that one after the first game. It's very obvious that if we do well in the first game, it's going to be a plus for us. Emotionally speaking, it's going to be big for us if we do well. We can be sending a message to the other teams of saying, be careful because PNG is doing well, not like in the last competition in the Nations Cup. We all know that they did not really well. So it can be an advantage, but at the same time, it can be a disadvantage because if you do really bad in the first game, that I hope doesn't happen, you are going to be feeling the pressure that you need to win the two matches at home, which that can be tough. But let's be honest, in football, playing in the home ground is always, I believe, an advantage and it's always positive. So I am happy, but I am thinking a lot more about the New Caledonia game. That's actually the only thing that I have in my mind at the moment. I will once that we finish that game, I will be thinking about the other ones.